So now we're inside of this bookstore in the
Savoy Book Shop and Cafe. My name is Alyssa England.
what are we doing?
So I'm the event coordinator at Savoy Book Shop, and we have just started a new series called Savoy After Hours, which is basically a series of cultural events that happen after the bookstore closes on Sunday nights. So this is the first one. We've got a musical concert coming up in September with Will Evans. And so this one is kind of a fun way to incorporate theater and the fact that plays are also a work of literature into bookstore events.
It's a really wonderful idea for the whole community of Westerly.
Yeah, I mean,
all around Westerly, right?
We think so, and we just got beer and wine, so we think evening events are especially fun, with that kind of addition. So.
Beautiful. Whose idea was it to? This is a beautiful bookstore. This is a wonderful.
Yeah, it's a wonderful. We have a lot of different events. We have a lot of author talks, and we had just been talking. The owner Annie and I talked about maybe doing something that wasn't so directly tied to an author speaking or reading. And then Eugene approached us because he had been working on this workshop, and we thought it was just the perfect fit for the first in this series that is, related to reading and the arts, but not specifically like just about books.
Well, I think it's just a wonderful idea. So we're gonna enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It has. We're here in Andover, Coventry, Connecticut. The family was the camp was started by the Fuller family, and they were bringing children out to the country to enjoy the fresh air, but it expanded, it grew. The Hartford Times newspaper, the second newspaper in Hartford, helped oversee it. 501c3 was formed and the property was deeded to them. And through the years, it has grown in the amount of children that we're able to serve. We serve kids from the entire state. We have an overnight camp program, a day camp program, a year-round child care. We do specialty weeks during the summertime. We have respite care during the year. We are a camp for all children now. We serve typically developing children as well as children with special needs. And some of the specialty weeks that we do, we partner with DCF. We have Siblings Connection, children that are separated through the DCF system. We have Military Week. We partner with Operation Purple, so children whose family members are deployed. It's an amazing week. Camp Liberty. Or Camp Discovery. No, it's Camp Liberty now. They are children that are sent here through the American Academy of Dermatology, children with some skin disorders. So we have lots of wonderful weeks. Epilepsy Week, autism. We serve all kids. And I think last year we had kids from 103 out of the 169 towns in Connecticut.
That's very good. So you started from just 20 kids in the beginning about 107 years ago to hundreds from across the state and all around. Thousands. That's very good. So one of the other questions I have is for Channel 3 doesn't own the camp, but it does help in some ways?
Oh, absolutely. Channel 3 has been our dedicated media partner for 40 years. Actually, we just celebrated our 40th anniversary of that partnership. No, they don't own us, but do amazing things for us. So they help us promote all that we do here at the camp so families know about it. They also help promote any events we're doing so we can raise money to bring more kids to camp. So dedicated media partners.
So then children can come on scholarship in different avenues?
Absolutely. Families, we try to make this as affordable as possible for every child. So if a child receives free or reduced lunch, if the family receives SNAP or TANF benefits, or if the child is part of the DCF system, right now the family's commitment is only $125 per week. Probably our costs to run the camp per child is $850 to $900 a week. So we try to make it as affordable as we can for every child. If they don't fall under that, as a typically developing child, then it's a sliding scale.
That's very good. That would be very helpful for many families, and also to have like sponsorships for them to come.
Absolutely, and we're very, very grateful for all the support that we receive from corporations and businesses and individuals to help us bring as many kids as we can.
Thank you very much, Sue.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hi, this is Chi-Chi from Mystic News, and I'm with the crew and team of Green Ink Radio.
Hello!
I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit more about Green Ink Radio.
Green Ink Radio is a network. It's a radio network of hope, health, and joy. We have 5 hosts, and it's a growing network. And what our whole intention is to kind of increase the positive vibrations in the universe. So everything we talk about is positive, and we discuss all kinds of variety of topics, from health to tarot to being your authentic self, to energy, to musicians. We have the whole gambit of topics for everybody.
Oh, that's very good. I'm glad to hear about that. And what inspired you to start this?
Well, I had been wanting to start a health and wellness company for a while, and I went to Green Ink Marketing and asked them for funding. And Chip Green and Gary Schaefer and Tom Murphy, Chip Green's husband, they agreed. They kind of got on board. We went to a convention in New York and showed them what a health and wellness type of organization and message is, and they were like, "Yeah, let's do this." And they were really cool, and they've been funding us, so we're really lucky.
Oh, that is good.
And we've just been made our own company now, so we're Green Ink Radio LLC. So we'll be teaching class. Not only do we have our radio station, but we do presentations, workshops. We're going to be teaching e-courses, as well as I'm doing some meditation and hypnosis deliverables, such as audio casts and stuff.
Oh, good. I hope to hear more about it.
Thanks.
Future of Green Ink Radio.
The future.
Jimmy,
Yes.
I'd like to hear more about the future of Green Ink Radio.
I think Green Ink Radio is going to just continue to expand. We'll expand the network. We're also going into books and CDs and art. We have a wide variety of things we're doing, tarot cards, etc. So we have so many things we're going to do. We're really excited.
I'm with Nate in Green Ink Radio. And Nate, could you tell me a little bit about your show?
Sure, Chi-Chi. My show is called A Voracious Self, and it highlights an individual who is living according to his or her authentic self or core.
I'm sorry to ask, but what is aviacious?
A voracious?
Voracious.
It's living authentically, honestly, in the moment, according to your morals and beliefs, and living true to who you are as an individual.
That sounds pretty interesting, and more people need to be more authentic.
Absolutely.
Do you feel that it lends to any age group, or just a particular, like anybody?
Absolutely. I certainly hope that the show can anybody can relate to it. You know, I think that we as human beings empathize and connect with individuals by listening and sharing with their stories. So my hope is that this transcends age, and that you as a human being can tune in and listen and connect with somebody through the power of listening and our radio show, and that you can apply some of what you learned from somebody else to your own life.
Oh, that sounds pretty awesome. To be able to listen to people.
Right, absolutely.
And then go with it. So I was just thinking about the disc personalities. I don't know if you know where there's like a dominant, influence, steady, or compliance. So, sorry, my mind just wandered on that. So if there's different personality traits that.
Absolutely. I think that we all have different personality traits. And when I talk to somebody, listening to him or her, especially when a situation is highlighted in a life that was difficult to overcome or to push through, it's incredibly accessible. And we find out a lot about people, about those traits that carry them through and push them through to success, whatever that means. And I find that the definition of success is particular and individual to each person. And so sharing that, and Green Ink Radio is a great platform upon which to kind of send this out into the universe, and hopefully people tune in.
Hi, I'm with Kat from Green Ink Radio. And Kat, would you please tell me a little bit more about your show?
Hi, yes. I go by Mystic Cat because I'm from Mystic, and I do a mystical kind of show. My show's called Tarot Talk. And what I do is talk about tarot. But in terms of, I guess I see tarot in its therapeutic application, so that it can be a tool for growth and change, something that's accessible to anyone. You don't have to be a mystic or some kind of, I don't know, woo-woo, new agey person, that it's accessible to anyone and applicable to everyone's lives, and that it can help us grow and change, uplift, and improve our lives. So I do that. I do the radio show, which is a lot of me talking and then doing a reading. I also interview people, and I'm also a contributor on the Green Ink Radio blog, which is attached to the Green Ink Radio webpage.
And what do you write about in the blog? Does it coincide what you do on the radio?
Actually, the blog is a little freeing because I can write about anything, so it doesn't have to stay within the tarot intuitive therapeutic kind of realm. But it's always, I try anyway, always try for an uplifting message that is clear and positive and can be easily communicated fairly quickly. I think my first one, it was a bat got into my house in the night. Who knew? Like, it was the weirdest thing. And then the next day, I'm like, I got to write a blog, but what is this with the bats? And I looked it up in Animal Speak to see what the symbolism was, and it just grew into a blog post. So I can write about anything, even bats. I like that.
So Energy Matters Amplified is basically just a show that will cover a variety of different perceptions on how energy acts and functions in our daily lives. Like, for instance, if you're standing in a crowded room and suddenly you feel somebody staring at you and you turn around, you're saying to yourself, well, how did I know that? So taking science and ancient cultures and the beliefs and how energy actually functions in our lives, and especially for healing, so how we can apply energetic forces that we have within our own bodies to help our healing processes.
Rhonda, please tell me more of the future that's Green Ink Radio.
We have some really exciting stuff coming up. We actually have something coming up in October. It's called Between the Veils, and we're going to have, we're inviting Korosho Ono, the queen of the paranormal, to be our keynote speaker, and then we're going to break out into workshops, hypnosis,
Tarot card reading and intuition development.
Energy and protecting your energy fields.
An acting class.
Yeah, we have really great stuff. And then we are moving even more into the arts.
We're thrilled to be sponsoring in a year the second annual Anna International Film Festival.
And Green Ink will be the sponsor of that, and we're also going to bring in a whole contingency of health and wellness, not only presenters, but vendors.
So a big all-around arts and wellness and health and fun kind of thing.
That's what it really feels like to be part of the team newest member, and we're always creative, laughing, having a great time, and we cannot stop the flow of ideas. So you're not going to know what's going to come down the pike next with us, because we were all over the place doing all kinds of wonderful things and getting others out there, touching hearts.
That's what we're all about. Hope, health, and joy. Green Ink Radio.
You know it.
Well, I'm going to have to clear my calendar and write everything down. Thank you very much. I can't wait to see what's coming next.
Thank you.